everyone. This is Adrienne from Fame Consulting. I am here to give you some tips and tricks for tax season. So I know it's the middle of the summer, but it's never too late to start thinking about what do I need to know or track or keep in the back of my mind for tax season, for when I'm going to be preparing my returns so that it's easy, it's simple. I'm just breezing through it. So we created the expense tracker for your home office deduction. So this is done on Form 8829. So what we did here was capture the relevant information from that form and create a simple to use tool that'll help you in calculating how much you can deduct for your home office. So I have some really round generic numbers in here. You'll definitely need to calculate this for yourself, measure for yourself, but what you want to do is figure out square footage first. So, number one, your home office, the space that's used regularly and exclusively for work. So this is not your bed. This is not, let me pull out my laptop and sit on the couch. This is a dedicated room, like desk space, dedicated space in your office. So you have this space in your home. You use it for your self-employment work regularly and frequently. So you'll measure that space, figure out what the square footage is. In this example, we're using 100. You'll also measure the square footage of your home. So right now we're saying the entire home is 1,000 square feet. So 100 divided by 1,000 gives you 10%. That 10% you will use for anything that's an indirect expense. So indirect means that it actually applies to both your home office and your home. This is not something that only applies to your home office. So what's an example of an indirect expense? Indirect could be your rent. You pay rent for the entire home, not just the home office versus the space at your bedroom or your home space. So this 10% that we calculated will apply to anything in this column here. So in this column, you'll put the total for the year or whatever relevant period you have of rent, of your mortgage interest, your real estate taxes if you own a home and that's applicable to you, any excess real estate taxes, because remember we have that currently, it's 2022, we have that limit on how much you can deduct on your tax return when it comes to real estate taxes. Any applicable insurance, maybe you have renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, maybe you had some repairs and maintenance, maybe you had a repair and maintenance that was only for the home office space or that room. In that case, that would go under the direct expense. If it was a repair to something that impacted the entire home, then maybe it would go in the indirect expense column. So that's just kind of differentiating what types of things might go in either side. So again, indirect expenses, you apply the percentage to this column here. Direct expenses, you take 100% of those. Utilities like maybe you have a gas bill, an electric bill, a water bill, septic and sewage or garbage disposal, whatever it is. Those type of things, you would capture the total for the year. I know there are a lot of things that end up in that line, so maybe you might want to just break these out individually. There's some lines here if you want to write those out separately and capture the total for all of those things for the year. But the name of the game is really just being organized, and also don't leave any potential deductions like off on the wayside, out in space, right? We want to capture them, make sure we are thinking about them when it comes to tax time. A lot of times it becomes crunch time. It's like, oh, I want to get my refund, or I want to file these right away. I left things off. I could have deducted. Then you might need to go back and file an amendment. We want to avoid those things and be intentional and organized up front. So if you need help with going through this template, or maybe you have some other tool that you're using, feel free to reach out. I love recommendations. So if you have a tool or something else that you've used for yourself and it's really helped you, please comment below. Let me know, like and subscribe. I do these videos really because I love to share information and knowledge and tools and just help people navigate and build generational wealth and legacy and all those things. But these are the little steps that you have to take to get there. Be organized, be intentional, work for yourself, right? So let me know how you feel about this template, if you have any suggestions, or if you just want to say hi. And that's all for now.